Hey guys, welcome back to another WoW Weekly Shoutcast. This week we're on the Haunted Mines, and if you don't know, I'm Mezzy, and I'm joined by LJ again. Welcome back, LJ.
Thank you. Glad for you to have me, and I'm glad to be here.
Alright, great. So let's have you start off with introducing the teams.
Yeah, let's start off with the blue team here. Let's go from right to left. Here we have Demon Hunter. Next to her is joining the Witch Doctor, both colleagues of Diablo. Kerrigan and Tassadar that we have, both enemies from StarCraft. And there we have the Fatso Stitches joining us last, of course. From left to right now, the red team, we have an awkward-looking Tyrande, Epic Tauren Chief, Raynor, the Goblin Gazlo, and the Lumberjack Uther, which looks pretty awesome, if I do say so myself.
He does look interesting, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. I also like the Blood Elf Tyrande version. So there's some cool skins out there, to be honest, if you see them now.
Yeah, definitely. One of my favorites is Mecha Tassadar. That one just looks amazing.
Yeah,
Let's get back into the game. So, if you haven't seen the Haunted Mines before, the way it works is every few minutes the mines will open and skulls and minions will spawn in there. Now, there's 100 in total, and once the 100 have been collected by either team, just a random amount, grave golems will spawn, and their power will depend on how many skulls you've collected. So if each team has 50, their grave golems will be even. But if one has, Gaslow getting halfway on health, I'll continue in a moment. This could be a big encounter. ETC being pulled in by Stitches, being stunned by Kerrigan, and he goes down. Yeah, he does. Wow, what a start.
That is a really good start from the blue team there, and we see Tyrande getting grabbed there, so it's not looking good for her, and she's down.
Yeah, that's tough luck, Tyrande.
Yeah.
So, Witch Doctor, Raynor, just chilling, laning a bit, not much happening.
Just taking it easy at the bottom lane. Well, at the top lane, it's still going pretty hard there. Stitch is grabbing some ETC there. Basically just an all-out skirmish. It's a really good start. It's a really good start of the match to see how the teams fare against each other. So yeah, and there we have the mine you were talking about earlier. There you can enter. You will enter this lair. Basically, it's now all dark, but you'll see it when it's open, with all the skeletons that drop the skulls. Epic Tauren Chief getting grabbed again, but it's just friendly spar at the moment. Nobody's really going down.
Uther's pretty low. He might go down slowed, and no, he manages to get away. Now Stitch is being stunned. Stitch is really low on health.
Yeah.
Tassadar shields him.
Barely makes it.
Not Tassadar. Stitches does survive, but it seems to be 4 versus 3 at the top lane, and still 1 versus 1 in the bottom. So just chilling there. Kerrigan on her horse. ETC very low health.
Yeah.
And the
goes down.
Demon Hunter manages to shoot him down.
Yeah, Kerrigan made a good play there, just trying to sneak a bit from the side there, and actually got the drop on ETC and the others there. So that was a really good play by her as well. For the rest, it's really now they've backed off a bit. We've had a couple of deaths, so they need to come back, of course. And we see that somebody's joining at the bottom, trying to give Raynor some help there. Though we also see, if you look at the minimap, that Kerrigan is now going to join that fight. So it's dividing a little bit. Not just the top lane, but the bottom lane is also getting important now.
Yeah,
there we see Tyrande's owl, which is very nice.
That's quite a interesting mechanic. We haven't seen much scouting mechanics in this game. And for Tyrande to be one of the first to get that's pretty good. Raynor on low health, Kerrigan's taking him back, and he dies. A horrible, painful death. The mines have opened, so we can expect the teams to go in shortly. Kerrigan is low on health. With 2 versus 1, she manages to pull through, and ETC has to escape quick enough. So, players are finally entering the mines, and Tassadar is already being attacked.
Yeah, we see Tassadar joined by Stitches there. It's 3 against 2 now, so it's going to be a difficult fight. You see the Tassadar Stitches trying to collect the skulls there. There's already 20 on their side, though others of their team are in there as well. It's going to be a difficult fight for them to survive. Of course, they have a little bit of advantage, but it's going to be difficult. Now it's 4 against 2, so that's going to be tough. Is putting it mildly. Yeah, it's
and
if they
there's
survive.
the 5th ETC just charging in. Tassadar dies. Will Stitch be able to get away? I highly doubt it. Just look at him drop.
He's getting slowed. He's getting hammered.
Yes, just before he gets to the exit.
Yep.
Poor Stitches. But meanwhile, Kerrigan just happily getting the skulls with the Demon Hunter's help.
Yeah.
Witch Doctor comes in and tries to ambush Raynor, but
doesn't really succeed, does it?
No, that was terrible, if I'm honest.
And then we saw the Kerrigan fighting Kerrigan and Demon Hunter fighting a. I think that's the Grave Golem that you can summon. That's the Grave Golem, so they can see that you can also defeat him in the mine for extra skulls. See, you get about 20 skulls from him alone.
Yes.
So you see that they have 80 and the other team has 9 or 10. That's going to be a big advantage for the blue team when the Grave Golems are being summoned.
Yeah, meanwhile at the bottom lane though, they managed to push quite well just with the Witch Doctor and Demon Hunter. No, not Demon Hunter. Might have been Kerrigan at that point.
Yeah, it could have been, exactly. And here we see the Tassadar, and I think that's Stitches, going for the mercenary camps, seeing if they can get some help from there, and they do actually get them. Yes. That's also a very definite boost in while laning, so that could definitely help them.
Yeah, currently their range outranges the towers, so they're extremely powerful against, well, just, the lanes getting the towers down.
Yeah,
but
basically
now
everything.
They have to engage them, and it turns into a team fight with the Raynor on half health already. The wall of zombies missed from the Demon Hunter, and they manage to get Stitches when ETC joins the battle. Wow, what a...
Yeah.
It's Stitches versus ETC. ETC just manages to kill him, but ETC dies as well. Yeah,
it's an eye for an eye there, and we see that Kerrigan and Witch Doctor both have to retreat because they are being hunted, and Kerrigan goes down there as well. So now Raynor is getting hunted, so it really is an eye for an eye at the moment. It's just one kill for the other. It's no definite winner. Though Blue has the level advantage at the moment, though it's an advantage, but it's not that much. And here we see Uther getting hammered, but we all know Uther can survive quite a lot.
Yeah, but Witch Doctor dies painfully. So Tyrande, the first time we've seen her in one of these battles, and the Grave Golems are being summoned, I see, but Tyrande is a bit of a double agent, because not only can she attack, she can actually heal her allies as well. And then to add to that, her scouting ability from earlier.
Exactly.
She's really a ranged support class, but she can still pull quite a punch. When she attacks someone, they get a hunter's mark, and for 3 seconds, anyone who attacks that person will get healed up. Even though it is for a small amount, it does help out in these situations.
And let's go back to the fight now, because here we see a Grave Golem just hammering in on towers. I mean, those towers were those towers in that gate were standing there 5 seconds ago. Just goes to show, if you get those skulls, you have a very powerful demon. Though at the bottom lane, the blue is actually getting hammered, because all the red team and the golem have basically grouped up there, except one. You see Gazlo here at top, I believe, yeah?
Yes, that's Gazlo.
That's Gazlo, and basically red team is just making a push for it at the bottom lane, and blue is not really responding to it. There's 2 of them there. There's Tassadar and there's Witch Doctor, but they're not really that big of pushers, so...
They're betting their gold on the top lane, pushing it with a Grave Golem of 89 skulls.
Yeah.
What you could really see here is the difference on how slowly the big golem goes down, and how quickly the smaller Grave Golem went down, because it only was empowered by 11 skulls.
Exactly.
But even still, if you support it with your heroes, it can make quite an impression.
Yeah. And here we see now blue is abandoning the Grave Golem, which I don't think was the best choice there, because you see that lane is getting pushed back. That was blue's main lane, and is getting pushed back. They Haven't gone as far as Red has gone in the bottom lane, so Red is definitely at an advantage now. And here we see some skirmishing going in the middle of the lane. We see a Gargantuan, I believe, from the Witch Doctor, which
That's
is pretty cool to
the
see.
Spirit, I believe. That's
Oh, Spirit, okay.
his other ultimate.
His other ultimate, okay. Well, it was the Witch Doctor doing some weird voodoo stuff at least, so...
Exactly. And it wasn't kind to Uther.
Nope, because he went down.
Exactly. So,
Um,
we still see the Ultralisks as well, and that's one of Kerrigan's ultimates.
yes,
And
yes.
as far as I know, it's just a straightforward damaging stuff and killing stuff ultimate with nothing.
It's an Ultralisk. What more is there to say? It's an Ultralisk.
Exactly. It's a being of death.
Exactly. I mean, there's not that many more terrifying creatures out there. And that was another kill. I think that was for the blue team. No, for the red team. Sorry. Which is now makes it 8 against 7 in favor of the blue team. Though the red team has a lane advantage at the bottom and is really pushing blue top, blue back at top. So at the moment, even though the start was really good for blue, red is really pushing
They've
it.
pushed back, which is the best thing about this game, in my opinion. The ability to come back even after it went a bit out of hand. And this is mainly because of the team experience, which allows you to not fall behind as much as you would in Dota or League of Legends, for example.
Exactly. That makes it far more interesting for for the game in total. I mean, with Dota, I know especially that if you have a certain level advantage or item advantage, that you can really push very hard. I mean, that you're gonna have this as well with this game, but not as much, which makes it the whole game for the duration for both teams, losing and the winning team, more interesting because you still have the feeling you still can get in there even though you're at a disadvantage.
Yes, exactly. So, both teams are working on getting mercenaries. Each team has already captured one camp. It looks like the red team might try to ninja this mercenary camp right now.
They are gonna ninja that because there we saw Witch Doctor going down and Stitches also bites the dust.
Yeah.
So red is really conquering that lane again. Blue was pushing red. Red a bit back at the bottom, but it's going. It's going in favor of red definitely now.
Yeah, exactly. And there's two blue team heroes in the mines still. They're getting 37 skulls now. 38 now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it isn't really where they need to be right now because the red team can just push with these mercenaries, which show how powerful they actually are as siege units. They just tear away at the towers.
Yeah, and you see now here that they are actually in the base. Finally, they have moved out of the mines. They've moved far too slowly though, because blue is getting hammered down, and I think we are witnessing more or less the end of the match almost, because the end base, the palace, I believe it's called.
Yes.
Is getting hammered like there's no tomorrow. There's a lot of creep there, a lot of mercenaries. We saw 4, and there's now 2 or 1 left, I think. 2. Yeah, 1 more left, but all the heroes are there as well. I mean, blue is just getting hammered on all fronts, basically. Red is being pushed back a bit
down,
now.
and all the red team heroes are actually still alive. Taran is low on health though. She is fleeing.
Yeah.
Uther low as well. But yeah, 4 against 2. Tassadar is about to die. Although he manages to get away with, I guess, an evading type ability above. I guess.
He has so much stuff that he can just shield and get away from a lot of damaging things. As you can see at the top left now, he's on full health again after he was down to 10%. So I mean, that really is.
He is pretty insane.
He is pretty insane. So I mean, red is getting pushed back a little bit here again. Blue is taking it over, so it's not the end of the fight yet, though it's very close. I mean, if red pushes that lane, they can basically be in the base again. And I don't know why the blue is going down into the mines again. They really need to focus on top. They already have 50 skulls, so it's not and it's not enough time for that golem to be summoned and then really make a difference. They can try it, of course, but when you have a bottom lane almost fully evaporated, or it is evaporated, that you really need to focus more on defending that.
Well, I can see their reasoning, because in the top lane they had the mercenaries, which are dead by now. But if they can get the golem out quickly enough, because it will spawn there, right at the enemy red team's palace, then they might be able to push it. They were pushing back in the bottom lane, giving them the chance to actually go into the mines. Now we'll see if that pays off for them, but it is quite risky. Demon Hunter dies as the red team is now pushing into bottom lane again, and it's probably game over for the Witch Doctor as well. Yeah. He gets absolutely crushed.
He gets evaporated. Yeah, and red team just keeps on pushing that bottom lane, and you can see that the blue team is trying to get enough skulls, but
they're not fast enough. Look at that.
It's too little, too late. They have the 100 skulls, but the palace is being obliterated as we speak. They are not going to be there back on time to actually defend that.
Exactly, and it takes time to summon the Grave Golem as well, so it was a risky move, and it obviously did not pay off in this case. Gazla will die, but so will the palace. There, the palace goes, it's GG. The red team wins after the blue team being ahead quite a bit at the start. Yeah, I was really expecting the blue team to win because they had some good combinations and the pulling back, the stunning, and although the Witch Doctor didn't really use his wall of zombies well, it did help in some cases.
Yeah, exactly. You see that like we said, the start is not everything, but it was more like the blue was ups and downs. They had the good bits, but they also had a lot of bad bits. But red team was just better as a whole. They stuck together better. They pushed better together. They knew where to be where they should be at the moment of the game, and I think that was just very important.
Yeah, exactly. So that's it for this. I guess it's month's Shoutcast if they continue doing this only once a month. So thank you for watching. If you liked our Shoutcast, please comment and subscribe. We are officially from the podcast WoW Weekly, but we love Heroes of the Storm already. And we're certainly looking forward to getting into the alpha or beta, depending on how quickly it changes from alpha to beta. So
it's definitely one.
Joining.
It's definitely one of the games that I'm looking out for next year, and glad to be here. Anytime I can help you with a podcast on Heroes of the Storm, I'll be there.
Well, I don't think we'll be doing a podcast on Heroes of the Storm per se.
A Shoutcast, but podcast maybe for later. Who knows?
Maybe in the future.
Diversify, huh?
Exactly. So, comment, subscribe, click that like button. Let us know what you think. You can also follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/wowweekly or Twitter at twitter.com/bbmezzy. And then, of course, as you've already been able to see in the corner, check out our website at wowweekly.net. I'm Mezzy. Thanks for watching/listening, and we'll see you again next time.